As we continue to increase our acclaim, more potential partners become willing to work with us. We can now approach an additional
Well, it's great to
sponsor
be
from the
back at your
corporate tab.
headquarters, and I've got to say, an awful lot's changed since we were last here. Let's dive in with some questions. Your second driver seems to be getting much more comfortable with their car. Have you been focusing on their development? Let's talk about your new second driver. How are they settling in? Will your team be going for the Constructors' Championship this season, or just for points? Would it be safe to say that, in terms of team orders, your career comes first in your team? Your team's been picking up points fairly consistently. Do you think you'll be able to become a challenge to the top teams in the future? Well, it's been wonderful to spend some time with you. Best of luck out on track.
What do you think of this one?
It was 35 years ago that the late great Niki Lauda took his 25th and final Grand Prix win here at Zandvoort. He came from 10th on the grid to beat his McLaren teammate Alain Prost by just 0.2 of a second. Well, Zandvoort is a very different circuit today, of course, but still one with an incredible legacy. And we're going to add to that. Welcome along to the 2020 Dutch Grand Prix. 4 lefts and 10 rights make up the 14 corners of the narrow and demanding Zandvoort circuit, with plenty of peaks and valleys over the course of a 2.6-mile lap, which will demand absolute concentration from our drivers here today. And as always, a man with plenty of racing experience joins me in the commentary box. Today it's Anthony Davidson. Tell me, Ant, you're no stranger to surviving the melee of turn 1, so how do you keep out of trouble when there's so much going on around you?
Well, the throttle goes both ways, Crofty. You've got to have the discipline not to try and win the race on the first lap, so always be prepared to lift early and give those around you more space. Trying to be the last of the late breakers with half a dozen cars around you may pay off from time to time, but it's also a great way to lose your front wing.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, edging out Max Verstappen, who'll start from P2. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Leclerc, Vettel, Sergio Perez, and Albon, Norris, Stroll, Ricciardo, and Carlos Sainz, Kvyat, Grosjean, Valtteri Bottas. They've taken a grid penalty, and Gasly, Russell, Ocon, Nicholas Latifi, and Antonio Giovinazzi. Matsushita, the rookie, Magnussen, and Kimi Raikkonen finishes off the grid. That's it then, it's time to go racing as we head to trackside for today's race.
After the points finish last race, let's aim to keep the momentum going. That's a decent start. Good job. To replace that front wing, box now, full course caution. The safety car is out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a blunt. Exit now. You'll be racing as you leave the pits. Go now. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed. Engine is showing small signs of wear. Power output will be down. For at least the next 15 minutes. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Check your MFD for a new strategy option. Copy. And you're going to struggle to keep them in the temperature window. The inters are ready when you need them. Okay, box, box, box. We're adjusting the strategy. Come in this lap. Okay, the safety car is out. The safety car is out. We need to form up at a reduced pace. Keep a close eye on that delta time. Make sure to keep it positive. Go, go, go. Drop your speed. Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately. The safety car is waiting for the leader. You may overtake it. Overtake the... Let's catch up to the field a bit. We're dropping too far back. Remember that we need to stay with... We're still happy that we're on the right tyres at the moment. Okay, clear. Confirmed, we'll receive you at the end of this lap. information on Latifi. They're retiring from the race. We have 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. We're not racing the car behind. Let them past when you can. We're trailing our teammate by 54.1 seconds. There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining. That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
It was a magnificent race and a drive right out of the top draw to take the win for Red Bull today. What do you think it was, Ant, that gave them the edge over the competition today?
Well, they clearly have a car that comes alive in the kind of conditions we were dealing with today. It's a very balanced package in the wet, and what that means is that the drivers have confidence to attack. And having that confidence gets you on the power earlier, it lets you brake later, and can put you a long way up the road.
Red Bull are our winners today after showcasing some incredible driving. There's been a huge push from them lately to stay competitive with the other teams, and they're certainly proving themselves. So let's review the updated drivers' standings. More points for Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. So, Anthony Davidson, who would you rank as your driver of the day?
Kimi Raikkonen is my standout today. Nothing you could construe as showboating, just an incredibly consistent performance out on track.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.